Well, I'm back here a couple days later, back with this crawler, the 1948 Caterpillar D2, and we're gonna see if we can get this thing winched up on a trailer today. Dad's coming with his AGCO 155. We're gonna try to drag it out in the yard and then help it push it onto the trailer. Yeah, go ahead. It's a real boat anchor, isn't it?
Yeah, get me up in the air.
Yeah.
It's good. Probably go forward.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring the rake. Try to clean it up a little for them.
Yeah. That rain helped settle things in a lot the last time I was there.
Yeah. But it must have got quite a bit.
We had a little less than 2 inches at the house. I don't know, the way it sounded, it was all over the place.
Oh, yeah. I think that's good enough. There we go. Got it all loaded up. Little Harbor Freight winch and a snatch block did better than I expected. Bent some of my tie downs and put a little kink in my snatch block, kind of pulling on it at a hard angle, trying to get it up there. But everything is pretty well seized up on this thing. The tracks are just like, that's in the air, like this is just seized solid. So there's potential that maybe that diesel engine can run again. I really do think it's probably yard art at this point. Sure is neat looking. Got one of my ramp treads a little bit. I guess if I was to do this again, I would bring some better planks or something to slide it up the ramps on. I figured the smooth treads wouldn't kick or catch, but with them being bent and as jagged as they are, I guess I should have expected that. Here's the hole where it's lied for many years. There's actually a spring from the bucket that's maybe in here somewhere I'd like to have, but not seeing it anywhere. But I'll get it home and probably pressure wash it off and then drag it off onto some 2x6s or 6x6s where it can set for a while till we figure out what its fate is. Got it home. This one is a fair bit heavier than the other one. Trailer and the truck both noticed it. Sticks up there pretty high. Didn't snag anything. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get all this dirt cleaned out of here. There's some trash up in here I'd like to clean out. Get it so I can set it somewhere, and if I want to mess with it I can, and if not, at least it doesn't have all that soil rotting it away even farther. So we'll get a shop vac and a pressure washer out and get it cleaned up. Got quite a bit of the dirt vacuumed off of it. About 5 shop vacs full. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a pressure washer and see if we can clean this thing up a bit. I'm sure it'll be a mess. Done pressure washing now. And you can see it a little bit better. It doesn't necessarily look any better. This crawler is plain wore out. Usually you would see pointed sprockets when they're worn out. These have actually worn so far and the track's worn so bad they've been jumping the top of the sprocket and rounding that point off even. Pretty much everything is seized on it. It's rough, to say the least. Seen I bent the mounting pin for the left ramp as well. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool, that Traxxon logo on there. It's not totally shot. There's good parts here and there in it. I really don't want to part it out, and well, the reason I've done this much work is I didn't want to see it scrapped. I would like to be able to get it to roll just so I could move it around a little easier. I'm not sure if I can get it that far or not. Here's an example of what the pins and bushings look like. There's no bushings left, and even though it's that worn, it's still all seized up. Sprocket on this side is just as bad. Idlers. These track pads are wore completely through. That's the only tree that was growing through it. From what I can tell, both engines are seized. Counterweight for the Traxxon loader is pretty uncommon. The inside of this fuel tank is rough, to say the least. Left floor pan's rotted out, battery box is rotted out. That'll give you some indication of the hours it's got. Throttle's seized, clutch linkage is rusted out, gear shift is rusted solid. Steering clutches actually seem to work, so there may be some parts in there. The drawbar is in really good shape, but that's to be expected since it probably hardly ever did any drawbar work. Gauges look okay. I doubt they would work. If someone needed parts for a Traxxon T2 loader, I wouldn't be against selling some parts off of it. I'm sure they're not easy to come by, so if I could help somebody out like that, I might consider it. Not sure if there's a whole lot good left in it, but if you're missing something, this might be one of the only opportunities to find replacements. This radiator cap's been off for years. There's just garbage in it. That may be loose, but like I said, I think the main engine is seized. So there you go. This is the second crawler to get out of there. We've got them both home now. I'm not sure what the fate of this one's going to be. It's not going to get scrapped Most likely it'll be yard art someday in a rock garden, maybe with a bucket of rocks getting dumped out, maybe a little lily pond by it or something. Not sure, but it's too cool to see it scrapped, so I figured it was worth saving. No harm, no foul. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.